And we are live. What's going on, guys? Rich Schnyderite here, Night Report, joined by my guy, Craig. Rutgers just got some big news, Craig. Tell the ladies and gentlemen here what just happened.
They broke in during, I was watching the Oscars, and they broke in with a little bit of news here that Aundre Hyatt is coming to Rutgers.
Yeah, I mean, former four-star. Most fans probably know about him already. He had Rutgers in his top three final list heading into his commitment day or whatever you want to call it. It was Rutgers, Seton Hall, LSU. He took an official visit to Rutgers. I actually wrote about it. I found the article, which was kind of cool to see, but whatever. Besides the point, Rutgers finally gets the transfer portal going.
So everybody can calm down. Yeah. Just take a breath. It's okay.
You guys can stop DMing me too, because I'm done with that.
Richie's DMs are filled enough as it is.
If I have one more person tell me that Pike will peak, I'm gonna freak out. I'm done. Like, oh, he plateaued, he peaked. I'm like, no, just stop. Give it time. The transfer portal taketh, the transfer portal giveth.
There's like 1,500 people in the portal. I mean, Rutgers is bound to get at least one of these guys.
Yeah, so I mean, they struck out on Paul Polycap. Paul, I don't know. I give up.
DJ Pauly D.
Yeah, pretty much. Same thing. So they struck out on the DePaul transfer, Paul Polycap, but they ended up getting a pretty good one in Aundre Hyatt. I don't even know. Like, what do you think the reaction is, Craig? We saw a little social media.
To be honest, I was a little bit surprised by it because I saw that other schools, some big name schools, were going after him. I think Georgia, Pitt, Texas A&M. Off the top of my head, those are those are not, those aren't small schools. Those are big schools going after Hyatt. So he was a prized recruit coming out of high school, as we, wrote about. And even in this transfer portal, he seemed like there were people that were going after him, 6'6", 225. He's definitely adds depth to this Rutgers team, whether it's with Ron, if he comes back, Gio, if he comes back. And I think he is going to be a good addition for this team.
So I'm glad you said that, because if you look at Ron's Instagram story, I was just scrolling through it real quick, and he goes, I might just have to run it back now, and quoted Andres, however you say it, quoted his Instagram post. So, I mean, it's interesting. Yeah. I still think him and Gio both come back, and you add another four-star to this lineup, it's kind of crazy. You could see a lineup out there for Rutgers that has all four stars possibly.
Yeah, I mean, as long as really I think Gio and Ron come back with Aundre Hyatt, if they can just get one more really veteran big man to back up Cliff, like, I think this team is set. I think they're gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, it's not gonna be the same team as last year, clearly, but it's gonna be different. Defensively, that's my biggest concern right now. You probably lost your best two defenders, I would say, in Jacob Young, the graduation / portal, whatever you want to call it. And then Montez Mathis going to St. John's kind of stung a little bit, but you did just get a pretty good replacement in Aundre Hyatt.
Right.
I keep looking at his tape. Like, I know the stats don't say anything like really great, because I think it's like 4 points per game, 3 rebounds per game, only 16 minutes per game, and that was just this season. But overall, like, he looks like a pretty good player. He looks tough. He looks physical around the rim. And there's some clips from his high school games where he was shooting a three pretty well. And,
yeah, I think even in the tournament, even in the LSU's, I forget who they played, but LSU in the tournament, I think he got a double-double.
Yeah, that was the St. Bonaventure game, right? I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 13 and 10, like that's a heck. And then the game before that, he had 8 and 8. Who was that against? 8 and 8 against Alabama, who was one of the best teams in the country this year. I think they were a 2 seed, if I recall.
Yeah.
But that's huge. I mean, when he gets time played, he performs pretty decently. Like, 3 balls really not that good. I think he shot 28%, but...
Well, let's be honest. How many guys in the team is the 3-ball great with?
Oh, my God, stop. That's and if I hear that again, I'm going to freak out.
Well...
Yeah, so if you guys are just joining us, I see we got a nice little influx of viewers now. Aundre Hyatt, former 4-star, class of 2018. Actually 2019, but reclassed. But besides the point, LSU guard, forward type player.
There is no positions anymore, Richie, as you always say. There's no positions.
I love it.
He'll probably play the 5 at some point,
Oh my God! Imagine him as a small ball 5. Woo!
I love it, wouldn't you?
Small ball is my game. I love it. But yeah, if you guys have any questions at all whatsoever, throw it in the chat to my right, left. I don't even know where it's at anymore. Ignore my wannabe black eye over here. I was helping my buddy move and got destroyed by a 2x4.
and you just face planted.
Yeah, I was acting stupid. I was hanging off the 2x4 and it fell. So, anyway, besides the point. Yeah, Aundre Hyatt, heck of a get. I'm just watching this film right now from actually a Rivals video from 2019, 2018, whatever the hell it was. He's a good player. He's a really solid get for Rutgers. He's had a couple decent games. I know he redshirted year 1 with LSU. Year 2 barely played. Year 3 started started 15 games for LSU last year. So it's not like he didn't play. It's just didn't really get minutes. Like even when he started, like look at this game. He started the first 2 games. He got 13 and 15 minutes. Like that's.
Yeah, it seems to be a little bit of what happened to Montez is kind of similar to what happened with Hyatt. It seems like, like they're good. They're good players. They just didn't, they're just on a really good team so they kind of fell a little bit in the pecking order. And with the way this transfer portal is now, it's kind of like, if a guy doesn't get that much playing time, then he does have the option to transfer out without really having to worry about, sitting out a year now these days. Mm-hmm. And with this extra year of eligibility, I think that's a big reason why this transfer portal is so crazy this year, because of that free year of eligibility. Yeah, I kind of think maybe next year won't be as crazy, but I guess we'll wait and see.
I don't know. I'm going to disagree with you there, just because it's going to be like free agency at this point. It's only a matter of time till they let like commits or recruits or transfers just go nonstop, like instead of sitting out every year or that 1 year break or whatever. Like look at I'm trying to think. Look at under Pikel's tenure alone. You got C.J. Geddes, you got Akwazi Yeboah. I'm missing someone. Oh, Jacob Young. Duh. Yeah, I mean they're just landing transfers a lot, and it's just going to become the new norm, as everyone likes to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's still going to be crazy. I just don't think it's going to be as crazy.
Yeah. No. Oh, Chris is trying to join. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
We might have a third. Yikes.
Well, I guess the party's over, boys.
Yeah. Well, it's over now. Chris is out. We're done.
I'm sure he's going to be in a great mood after the Phoenix Suns got embarrassed today by your Brooklyn Nets.
I know. I love it. Don't remind me.
What do you mean don't remind me?
We got to keep on track, Chris.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Or Craig. Jeez. See, now, look what you got me doing now. So I keep watching his highlights. Like, he's got his decent 3-ball, solid form.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious to see.
Nice release. Like, it's not.
Although there's
bad.
some guys that came in. Although the Rutgers wasn't great with the 3-ball this year, but there were some guys. I thought Paul developed his shot more this year. I thought he was, better, and I think some guys did develop a better shot. So why not see if Hyatt can really develop a better shot under Pikel?
So I'm gonna list these names. He has a better free throw percentage than Mulcahy, Mathis, Mag, Palmquist, Miles Johnson, Ducor, Cliff. Yikes! His free throw is only 70%. Fans are gonna be so pissed. I just don't know how you guys how they miss free throws so easily. Like, hey, like wide open 3, I can hit that. No
70%,
like 3, like
70% on this team. Like this dude's gonna be like head and shoulders right now.
No, I mean Gio shot 75.
That's true. Gio and Paul. That's Paul and Paul. Paul shoots around probably that too.
Yeah, so. Caleb shot 80%, which is actually a little surprising.
Forgot that's what I meant. Did I say Paul?
Yeah, Paul.
Yeah, I meant Caleb.
Paul struggled 67.
Yeah.
But Aundre Hyatt, heck of a grab. I think he kind of fits like that Akwazi Yeboah type mold. He's like, what did you say before? 6'6", 225?
Yeah, he's kind of. I think he's kind of similar in stature to Ron. I feel like
that's what is Ron? No, Ron's probably like 6'7", like 240 if not more.
You looking up?
Yeah, I'm looking up Ron right now.
Okay.
Yeah, 6'6". It says 245.
What was that?
6'6", 245.
So he's got some weight on him.
That's why I think Ron's a solid defender in the paint, because he uses his body to his advantage, so it kind of helps. But I mean, I don't know what else to say. A really good get by Rutgers. Solid addition. He's gonna probably fill in, I would assume. I know there's no positions, but he'll probably fill in as like a 2-3.
I'll be interested. You would think he's gonna start. I mean, he's not.
I don't know. I don't.
I mean, so. I think starting off, you would think he is going to start, because I don't think he would transfer here if he didn't plan on starting. But whether or not it stays that way, I guess will always depend on his play.
So here's what I'm looking at right now. You need a good defender. I don't know how good his defense is or could be. So I'm going McConnell has to start, because you just need that defense. After that, you're probably getting Geo Baker back. So I'd probably put Geo, McConnell, Mulcahy, not in any order, because all three can kind of play anything from 1 to 3. I mean, Gio could probably play 1, 2. Mulcahy can guard anything from a 1 to 4. Caleb 2, 3, even 4 at times. You could probably see him. So I think those three are like the solidified starters, if I had to guess. And then you got Cliff, of course, who, honestly, you have no other option. Cliff is starting.
Yeah.
And then Ron. So I mean, it's interesting that if. So when I'm looking at the article again that I was talking about, Hyatt said.
Do you think this might? I remember both of us agreed that Jaden was going to start. Do you think this kind of bumps him?
This is where it makes it kind of weird. I like Jaden's game a lot, and you need someone that could score the basketball. So I don't know, man. I really like Jaden. I think Jaden and Cliff are going to be like a two-headed monster for this team.
Yeah, we'll probably have to take more. I know it's our job to, dissect it. So it's probably more of a wait and see thing. Wait and see how these guys mesh. Yeah. See how Aundre's defense is, see how his offense is. This is probably one of those things where you really have to see, how they play together to see who starts.
Yeah, I know someone told me it's going to be a different type of basketball this year. So one of the insiders, he kind of told me it's going to be less kind of selfish.
Basically less ISO ball that basically ended up costing them against Houston.
Less ISO ball, but you'll see more like Showtime-ish plays. I know Jaden Jones is like that big playmaker, dude. I'm telling you. He's going to be so good. You're going to see Cliff be more aggressive. Cliff was more aggressive towards the end of the year, and he missed a month and didn't have a full offseason. So watch. I'm telling you, man. Cliff is going to be phenomenal. I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody at this point is expecting a big jump from him.
Yeah, well, you would think that, right? Until you read some of these DMs I get, and it's like, oh, you really think Cliff can replace Miles? They're two totally different players.
I don't know if anybody's going to replace Miles, man. But
yeah, they're different players.
Yeah,
they're just completely different. Cliff is so much more athletic, and he's going to become a crazy shot blocker eventually, I think. Heck, the dude had a triple-double with 10 blocks against the Patrick School like a year ago, whatever it was.
Yeah. I think he's going to be I think he's going to be more of a different player than Miles, too. I don't want them to force him to basically be Miles Johnson 2.0 because I feel like their games are a little different.
Oh, completely different. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
What's going on, Chris? I see you're in the chat. My bad, I missed your Zoom call. I didn't know how to add you, to be honest. That's why you're not in here yet. Wow, damn. All right. This guy's hating on Chris's Yankee fandom already. That was quick.
I think he's hating on... Aren't you wearing the Yankee hat?
No, I got my diamond hat on.
Ah.
Yeah, diamond hands. Anyway, yeah, big get for Rutgers. This team's going to be interesting. I don't know if they'll make the tourney or not. It's going to depend on a lot of... on how these guys develop, who comes back. We don't know technically what the deal is with Ron and Gio. Like I said, Gio comes back, in my opinion. Ron's a different story. Ron's getting projected as like a late second-round pick by a bunch of teams. The only downside about the NBA is like if you're a second-rounder, you're not guaranteed anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, do you take that risk still? I'm sure he'll get his eval before making a decision, but it's still kind of a risk.
I see somebody named Paul Mulcahy. Just as I just came across this fellow. Is that the Paul Mulcahy?
I would guess that's the Paul Mulcahy.
Wow.
I know. Hey, look at that. We're famous now.
Look at that.
What's going on, Paul?
What did you just come across? The Aundre Hyatt news?
I don't know. I don't know what he came across, but there you go. That's one of my starters next year, I think. But I said Paul, McConnell, Gio, Ron, and Cliff. That's just a guess, though.
Paul, I just wanted to let you know I did compliment your 3-point shooting earlier.
Yeah, where'd that come from, man?
He did develop. I think he did develop like early in the season. It wasn't pretty, but he really did develop a 3-point shot to the point where even in the game against Clemson, he hit that. I think it was the game against Clemson, right, where he hit the big three that kind of turned the tide of the game. This
man got Hall of Fame corner specialist out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Hyatt news that happened. We still don't know about Ron. I do think they both come back, man. Like I really don't know though.
Yeah, I think they're both coming back too. To be honest, I mean, I just feel like they're coming back at this point. I would be surprised. Like I feel like if Ron another year, I feel like they're putting their names in the draft so they can get those evaluations, see what they have to work on, and then work on it, and then maybe in next year. I think another year with Rutgers, Ron could potentially be a first rounder. And with Gio, you never know, man. And they seem like they want to run it back. I mean, they were how close to the Sweet 16, man. They were that close. And you saw that region was just insane. Like it was just the March Madness was just insane, man.
Yeah, the whole thing was pretty nutty. I was just going through YouTube, so you guys are live. No doubt, Paul. Love it. Love the support. Yeah, anyway, I keep getting distracted, man. I gotta stop.
There's a lot going on. It's like
I know. It's
like 9 o'clock, I guess. The people come out late at night.
9 o'clock, and people, all they want to do is watch us talk. That's pretty wild. We suck. Anyway.
Well, speak for yourself.
All right, come on, dude. Don't hate. So I mean, it's going to be such a cool team next year. I'm actually really intrigued to see this. And the thing that pisses me off the most is everyone keeps hating on this freshman class from last year. Oh, they barely played, so they're not good. Stop it. What do you want them to run? A fucking... I keep cursing. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Sorry. It's 9 o'clock. The kids should be asleep anyway. Anyway. What do you want Pikel to run? An 11, 12-man rotation last year?
Yeah, at one point, look how he developed Gio and Miles. Gio and Miles didn't exactly come in as, world-class recruits. These guys were developed really well under Pikel and his staff, and they became the team that they became. So why not think that they can do the same with, Palmquist, with Mawat, with all these guys? You just have to have
watch the tape. Like, I feel like no one watches the highlights. They're like, oh, it's a highlight tape. I'm not gonna watch it. Like Mawat Mag's tape is pretty damn good. He's like a potential 3-and-D guy. Oscar's crazy athletic. As long as he gets his confidence down, this man's gonna be dunking on someone soon. Mm-hmm. And if you're hating on Cliff, you really haven't watched the tape. Even Dean showed glimpses last year against Luka, who's like the best college basketball player in the past, I don't even know, past 2 years.
Not everybody came in as, with such notoriety as Mr. Headband highlights in the comments there,
Yeah. Paul, if you're still here, you got to tell people where you got that hat from. I saw everyone keeps asking me about that. Oh, where'd Paul get that New Jersey hat? It's got the R. It's got the little headband on the logo. It's pretty tough. I'm not going to lie.
He'll tell you, but then he'll have to kill you.
Yeah. Yeah, Paul, if you're still in here, what are you, 6'7", 6'8" now? Richie
says he could D you up.
I do play the best defense out of everyone I know. I'm going to get some hate on that later. All my friends are going to talk shit.
Well, how much... Didn't you say you had 10 boards in your men's league?
That was the first game. Second game, we got crushed. Oof. First game, I had probably double-digit boards. 4 steals.
Look at that.
They didn't score.
Oh, that's...
Second game I scored, though. That's all I know.
It's not always about the scoring. Like Pikel says, you gotta do everything.
I do that nitty-gritty shit. Yeah. I hate it. I'm the idiot that's diving on the floor in a men's game. It's like, why am I here? I also fouled out the first game. That was an issue. Whatever. If you don't,
fouled out in a men's game. How does that? Wait, whoa! Wait a second. You can foul out in a men's game.
Yeah, you get 6 fouls. Like, I had 7. The guy gave me an extra 2.
Oh my god! Did you at least get teed up for the last one?
No. I'm an idiot. They're like hip check fouls though. Like, they're dumb.
Oh, it's like well, wait a second.
Like, no, there was one. There was one where I like went up for the rebound, didn't even see the kid, and just like bowled over him. I was like,
well, here's the question: was Bo Borowski reffing your game?
Yeah. That's
okay. Yeah. See, that makes complete sense now. I get it now.
Oh, I forgot we were the We Hate Bo Borowski club over here. The Bo Hater Club. I don't even know how. We got to think of a cool name.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Chris knows. That's a Pikel stat line. I should get at least a walk-on opportunity. Guys, do you have any questions, comments, concerns? There's no concerns about this. This is like TKR after dark.
I'm just looking through the comments. I see Brendan Ion says Miles will be a huge loss. Cliff has big shoes to fill. Let's hope he can make the next step. Will be the key for the team. Interested to see how Miles will do out in UCLA. That will be some team. Yeah, they are going to be a hell of a team, man. I saw I think I saw like a super, or I forget who it was from, but a super early like projection for the top 25, and they had UCLA as number 1.
Really, number 1?
I think so, but that was honestly though that was before. What's his name said he was going to the draft.
Johnny Junzang.
Yeah. So that might change.
I didn't even realize. I forgot they got McCullough. So they're gonna have
they
Miles and McCullough down low. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but
they are gonna be a hell of a team though. I think
they got Peyton Watson, the 5-star out of Cali. Damn, they're gonna have a really good team.
Yeah.
It's still Cronin as their head coach, right?
No, for UCLA.
Who the hell's their head coach?
No, it's
What am I not thinking?
No, yeah, I know.
Yeah, it is Mick Cronin. I was right.
Of UCLA?
Yeah, don't question me, Craig. I know my shit.
Wait a second. What am I?
He got it in 2019.
Oh yeah, Mick. Oh yeah. For some reason, I think I was thinking Tom Crean. I don't know why.
Nah, Tom. I don't even know where he's at now. That's a good question.
Yeah, no, you're right.
No, that was a hell of a run by them. I mean, they're a great team. They're gonna get better. Even with or without Johnny, they're still gonna be a heck of a team in that Pac-12. Who would have thought the Pac-12 was good?
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, they were such a good team, man. They were so that game against Gonzaga was insane. I was like that last shot. I was literally screaming in my house.
The entire tournament was just absolutely insane.
Oh, except for the last game.
Oh yeah, that was kind of a blowout.
Yeah, that kind of sucked. All of Baylor's games were basically blowouts.
But hold on, Scott Drew's gonna go back to Indiana. Stop.
Yeah.
Full stop. They got that shitty coach from the Knicks.
Oh yeah, shit, yeah. There we go. Yeah, he's only he was only hugging with all the Knicks guys. So yeah, they
got rid of him and then they won 9 in a row. So I mean,
yeah. And when's the last time they did that?
I don't even know.
When he was the coach.
Is that really what it was?
Yeah.
That's because he had Carmelo.
Okay.
Yeah, that's no reason.
Sure. He's putting together a pretty good staff, I think.
Who? Mike Woodson. He got
Yeah.
Did he get Fife?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a heck of a grab right there. Who else did he get? He got someone else, didn't he?
Yeah.
I forgot. They have what's his name? They have Thad Matta too, technically.
Yeah, he's serving as like the
assistant.
Yeah, they gave him some
AD /
some imaginary title. I didn't get that at the time. It's like I kind of felt at the time. I mean, I don't know, but Alec could probably tell us better. But at the time, I kind of felt like he was basically just gonna kind of be like Woodson's babysitter or something like that. Like watching him, I was kind of like, why not just give the team like hire Woodson and just get like I just didn't get it. But I guess we'll see.
I did see the Julius Randle thing though the other day, and Alfred Payton, like Derrick Rose and all of them, like hugging him and stuff. But
yeah, that was nice.
I mean,
that dude does have a lot of respect.
He got one of the Bates, not Amani Bates, obviously, but what's his name? Tamar Bates, I think it was. I don't know. They landed a big kid the other day. I forget what his name was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
Let's see.
Oh, this guy apparently Jason. I see Jason Osborne in the comments here says Tom Crean coaches at Georgia. His seat is getting warm down there. He better start winning. That would help.
They care about basketball in the SEC. If you're not Kentucky,
Alabama.
Oh yeah, basketball school. Roll Tide.
Yeah, all of a sudden, like they don't have enough winning.
Yeah, that's who did they win, man? What is his name? Oh, it is Tamar Bates. I was right.
Yeah, it's Tamar Bates.
Yeah. The IMG Academy kid. Yeah, he's really good.
Like I don't know if Indiana is gonna all of a sudden go from where they were to the best team in the nation, but I do think they're gonna be much improved. I think they're gonna be a very much more competent team than they were under
Steve Pikel's son.
Under our good friend Archie.
Archie Miller, man, oh man.
And his brother got canned too.
Yeah, I saw that. That was a little surprising though, because
that was weird because then they like, fired the whole staff, and then kept him.
Yeah, it didn't make sense.
And then they just fired him.
But yeah, Archie Miller, aka Steve Pikel's son. Yikes! Hate to see it. So now I'm going back on my rant. Jalen Miller is a heck of a player too. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, but honestly, dude, I don't think this is his time quite yet. Assuming Gio comes back. I think you're probably a year away from Jalen really, getting, especially now that Hyatt's here, you're probably a year away from Jalen really, getting more of a role with this team.
I
I feel
again.
I think he'll get some playing time, but I don't think he'll get
So say Gio comes back. Your point guards are technically like Gio, but he probably plays better off ball. You probably let Paul actually handle the ball.
Yeah, you got. I mean, they're set at point guard right now. They've got
Jaden Jones could play the point too. There's like 6'7", 6. It's incredible how like many 6'7", 6'8" lengthy guys they have. It's kind of cool actually.
Yeah, and you got Caleb who can play point.
Caleb can play point. Like I do think you'll see like Miller get a 10 minutes a game, maybe. Yeah,
I think that sounds about right.
Around there, dude, he started like his. I remember writing about him. He was a starter like his freshman year in high school. He plays for a decent school down at what is it called? Somewhere in Maryland. I can't think of the name of it. Whatever.
Yeah, I think Gio's gonna. I think Gio, assuming Gio comes back, that probably creates a little bit of a log jam for him. So he's got to probably wait another year to really start getting that significant playing time.
Yeah, I know people are disagreeing with me on the boards, but when it comes to hoops, I know everything.
That's right. I'm looking at. Oh, now Chris. I saw Chris put. He talked about Miller in a previous video. He says can't expect a Frosh to come right away and set the world on fire. It will be Baker's team. Jones and Mulcahy can play point guard. McConnell too. So yeah, that's kind of what we said.
Yeah. All right, Chris, are you even listening?
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks for putting it in the words. I appreciate it. I
thank you for agreeing with me, Chris.
The cool thing is that Pikel's recruiting a lot of like defensive guys too. Like it's not just like everyone's like, oh, let's go be the Brooklyn Nets. Let's go score 140. Like,
no, I mean, there's more. I mean, I know you hate it. I know you're gonna hate hearing this, but Pikel probably is the game. His style is more similar to Thibodeau than it is, the Brooklyn Nets here. You come basically with Pikel and Thibodeau. You come in expecting defense. Like that's rule number one is like you gotta be able to play defense, and then they'll work on your offensive game I don't know, Julius Randle or like a Alec Burks or maybe a Nerlens Noel.
How big is Julius Randle?
He's pretty big.
Is he? He's 6'8".
He's big, dude.
How much does he weigh? 6'8", 250. That's eerily similar to Ron's build, but people say Ron's not a 4 and Julius Randle's a 4. Go figure. I hate people that say Ron's not a 4 because in today's game he is. Like, tell Chris to stop calling you. In today's game he's a 4. I don't care what anyone says. You just can't disagree with me. That's it. End story. Yeah. The coolest thing about this whole team that I think is really intriguing is that Pikel's been able to keep his staff together for the most part.
Yeah, I know. It's huge. I don't know how much longer that's gonna. They keep going on this upwards trajectory, but yeah, the fact that Knight hasn't gotten a job. I think somebody was kind of in the running for some jobs, but
Carl Hobbs.
Yeah, I think it was Hobbs.
Yeah, his name was mentioned with the George Mason Mason job. I can't talk today, Jesus. Yeah, I saw him at George Mason. I saw where was the other spot? I'm trying to see if I can find it real quick. I don't know. There was another spot that someone was looking at him for. He has head coaching experience at George Washington, so I could see that happening eventually. I could see. I don't think Knight leaves unless he gets a head coaching job. I think that's
that's how I feel like with all these guys. To be honest, I feel like all these guys aren't going to leave unless they really get a head coaching job that they really desire.
I'm just keep looking right now. I can't see the other programs. His name gets mentioned with all these like A10 schools and stuff like that. As for Knight, I feel like Knight's going to get a big coaching job soon. It's only a matter of time. The man's recruiting at another level. He's the biggest reason they landed. He's a big reason they landed Hyatt. It's a big reason they landed Cliff.
Yep.
I don't know if he was as involved in Mulcahy's recruitment or not. I think he was the reason they landed Mathis.
We could ask the man himself.
Yeah, if he's he might not even be in here anymore.
Yeah,
I don't have a list of people. But all right. So I mean, I got really nothing else to talk about. Rutgers Baseball, shout out to them. 2 of 3 against number 17 Michigan this weekend, and a no hitter through 6 2/3, 7.
Well, Mad Bum had a no hitter in 7 innings, which I don't know if that counts or not. So
hey, it counts. Why not?
I think it was a double header. So
it was, but it's so stupid. They got to stop changing baseball the way they have.
Yeah, I know.
An extra base runner on extra innings. Oh.
Yeah, because he keeps screwing the Yankees.
Yeah, that's what it is. They're screwing my team over. We just, they're the reason we can't pitch and hit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, if you guys have any other questions, throw them over in the chat over here. We're probably going to wrap this up soon.
Got any football scoops you want to discuss?
Oh, the team started spring practice.
Yep.
But we're not there.
That's right.
Annoying.
Now, do you think they will allow media into the spring game?
They are confirmed.
Okay.
That will be our probably only attempt at seeing them live, I guess, if you want to consider that.
Mm-hmm.
5,000 fans. It's another thing. Gotten a little argument with on Twitter, I guess. Not even an argument. It's just more or less me poking the bear. I think they're allowed to have like 16,000, someone said. I got to do the research on that. But they're only allowing 5, which is... It's whatever. I just don't care anymore.
It is what it is.
It's going to be a lottery for people that want to go. You have to be a season ticket holder, or there's students too. So I don't know if they're going to break it up. Like, are they even going to get 1,000 students to the spring game if you can't tailgate?
On a Thursday night.
Thursday. Come on.
Yeah, that's party night, right?
Sunday fun day. I'll go get a beer right now. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's probably not. I heard they did it on Thursday because they wanted to make it like a whole Rutgers Day type event. So, like, I'm sure BTN's going to televise, like, Rutgers Basketball, Rutgers Lacrosse, Football, Classics.
So it's going to be like one of those Rutgers Days type things.
Yeah, so it's going to be like the same thing they did last year, twice or whatever. But 5,000, I don't even know if people are going to show up because it's a Thursday night.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The whole thing's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's strange. I like what, did you see what Ole Miss did yesterday with their spring game?
What did they do?
They call it Party at the SIP. So they all get dressed up. They show up to like a red carpet, take a little picture, then like they middle of the game, or like I guess after the game they started playing wiffle ball, and like it was cool. Like they made it like into a fun thing, and then they obviously ran the practice too, but it was neat. And like shout out to my guy Marquise Watson down there at Ole Miss. He was wearing like snowboarding goggles and like a Conway jersey, Anaheim Ducks, Mighty Ducks Conway jersey. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And I watched the video, and they just went crazy. It was awesome.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, something different. It's the spring games just, for the most part, they're kind of boring. Stats don't really count. It's usually like third teamers versus first team, and it's like.
And really, as opposed to other years, I think we have a good idea of who's the starting quarterback is going to be going into this upcoming season.
They also returned like 20 of their 22 starters or potential.
Yeah,
starters,
yeah, I saw that. Yeah, Rutgers is like one of the most. They have like one of the most returning, starters.
Yeah, it's crazy. But all right, guys. Any last minute questions? Shoot them over. In this chat, I think it's over there somewhere. I don't know. I'm lost. I just drank coffee. I'm real hyped right now.
It's probably with the coffee?
Dude, 2 a day.
2 a day.
Sometimes 3, to be honest. It's a bad addiction. Don't ever get hooked on coffee. You're screwed afterwards. Yeah, I mean, Rutgers basketball. 4-star Aundre Hyatt. I think it's Andre.
We're gonna have to figure this out. Is like Andre, like, oh, I just thought of something. Aundre Hyatt. We gotta figure out some kind of Andre the Giant joke here.
That
Andre the Hyatt.
No, come on, Craig, be better.
What?
Be better.
I don't hear you throwing anything.
Leave the puns to my guy Dave White. Okay, he's good at them, and leave it to the Art Court Club and all those guys. Stay away from the puns, Craig. That's their thing.
Okay. I tried.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by this team now.
At the very least, he adds depth. I mean, that's really. You couldn't ask for much more.
Yeah, adds depth to and replaces one of the 2 guards they lost in the transfer portal / graduation portal thing, whatever you want to call it.
I'll be interested to see Montez and St. John's how that works out.
I
kind of thought he was going to go like we were talking. We thought he was probably going to go to more of a lower level school. Yeah. This kind of feels more of a lateral move.
Is St. John's really like a high major? It's lateral.
St. John's, their fans definitely think so.
I know.
So
they're like the other team that plays at MSG.
Oh yeah, who's that?
The team that's I'm not even gonna say it.
Yeah,
Dude, you can't just leave the arena after playing the Raptors and start saying "fuck the Nets." Like, come on, we're not.
Hey, listen,
we didn't even play you. We're rent free in your head.
Listen, you should be happy that your team's name is in that vicinity. You should be thankful that we're saying something like that. You went from irrelevancy to fans outside the garden chanting "F the Nets." You should be thankful.
Say it with me, Craig.
You should say, "Thank you, sir. May I please have another?"
Just don't say F. Just if you're gonna go for it, go all the way. Say "fuck the Nets."
Fuck the Nets.
There you go. Anyway, well, we got another question. Jason wants to know if there's any big men on RU's radar. Right now, probably not.
Yeah,
they showed interest.
I couldn't think of any.
They showed interest in what's his name, the kid from Kentucky, the former 5-star, Gethro, Muscadon.
Did they show any interest in Harar?
Yeah, what they wanted Harar originally, but then it was kind of like obvious. Like I heard actually he wanted to stay close to home, but that new Penn State coach has done a heck of a job like re-recruiting the Nittany Lion players. I guess he got basically everyone back. I think he got Brockington back too, didn't he? Or did Brockington just re-enter the portal? I forget.
What's this, Patrick? I see Patrick in the comments saying, "But the Knicks have more fans." LOL. Sweep.
Love it.
Sweep what?
We would sweep you guys easily. Oh, we did. No, we did sweep you guys. 3-0.
Man, the regular season, which your team doesn't even care about.
I mean, we don't even care about. We were still in first place.
Okay. I thought the regular season didn't matter to you guys.
It doesn't. It's just funny that we're going to get first place by what? Katie missed like a month. Harden missed like a month. Kyrie just quits whenever he wants.
No argument there.
All right, so I'm looking real quick. So Brockington did come back, but then he re-entered the portal. That's now that Rutgers has Hyatt, I guess you don't need him, but it would have been an interesting name to go after. They added 2 transfers from Siena and Gardner-Webb. They got Harar back. Myron Jones transferred to SEC school. They have a decent little staff over there. Penn State's not going to be a pushover anymore, in my opinion.
No, I mean, I don't think so.
Next year's Big Ten basketball, though, is going to be weird because, like, there's a lot of movement. I saw it before. I'm trying to see if I can find all the transfers within the conference.
A lot of movement across college basketball. I mean, college basketball might be weird.
Yeah, that too. Oh, no, I forgot Richard Pitino is gone.
Yeah, he's in New Mexico now, right?
Yeah, that's kind of where I think Martise Mitchell might end up. The Minnesota transfer, former 4-star Rutgers target out of high school. He took an official at Rutgers. I actually thought he was going to end up at Rutgers at one point, but
that was crazy. They picked him up literally like 5 minutes after he got fired.
Prediction for Rutgers basketball next year. Ooh.
Should we? Well,
no, we can do it.
I was okay. I was say wait to see if Gio and Ron come back, but okay.
Let's see. We'll pretend Gio and Ron come back. We'll put it like that. They went 16-12 this year, 10-10. They probably should have done better. There's a couple games that they should have won, and they didn't. A couple games that they lost or won.
I was going to mention this before. Just keep in mind now. I would think in this upcoming college basketball season, you're going to get more. You're going to be able to face more teams out of your conference, so Rutgers can face. They don't have to face, just day in and day out of Big Ten teams. You'll get some more out-of-conference games, which I think could pose for some more wins.
Well, they're probably. Well, you just got the first game scheduled. It's UMass.
Right, and I mean, if Rutgers loses that one, then there might be time to run for the hills.
UMass is just like they're not good. They were good last year. It's probably a Q2 win if they get them early enough. I don't even remember what the record was, but they lost their best player in Trey Mitchell, who's in the portal, who's a name I would probably keep an eye on because he was a big, he was really into Rutgers when he was in high school, coming out of high school as a recruit.
Mm-hmm.
That's one name to watch. He's a heck of a player though. Like if he comes, you might even argue starting him over Cliff. But
what was their record last year? I'm trying to think.
UMass?
Yeah.
Give me a sec. I have Basketball Reference pulled up. Massachusetts. So you can offer your prediction if you want.
Yeah, I was thinking. I mean, I'm assuming Ron and Gio come back, and I think Cliff is going to make a big jump. I think this team could hover around 20 wins again. I could see them being making the tournament again. I think so.
If they play a full schedule like expected, I'd probably say like 18, 19, with the potential for more. 100%. It's going to depend on the development, pretty much.
Right.
You got a nice piece in Aundre Hyatt coming in. You got Cliff getting a full offseason in the strength and conditioning. If Cliff learns a post move or two, dude, game over. UMass went 8-7 last year. They kind of screwed them with that schedule. You were not getting in with that. Unless they just missed because of COVID, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know actually. Yeah, 8-7. No big wins at all. They lost to George Mason in double overtime. They lost to Davidson. All right, yeah, they're not a good program. Not a good program at all. But yeah, I'd probably say 18 to 19 wins. If you get the full schedule in, you'll probably get a couple out-of-conference games that are probably shit schools, but like everyone has them, so it is what it is. I personally think they should add like these little like tiny tournaments they do, or classics or whatever you want to call them. I would like to see like an all New Jersey one. Like put it FDU, Seton Hall, Rutgers,
Monmouth,
NJIT, Princeton, and I don't know. Keep NJIT out of there.
What?
They're not even good.
Hey, listen. During the Eddie Jordan years, Rutgers almost lost to NJIT.
They did. They beat Michigan a couple years ago.
I forgot. Yeah, that's right. I
forgot about that one. What else we got here?
I'm pretty sure that was during finals week.
Are we getting a 4 or 5 in the portal? I guess technically Hyatt could play the 4, but I don't see them getting a 4. I think that's going to be a position where either Mag or like Palmquist will step up and back up Ron, especially if I don't even know what I'm talking about. I think
they're, like I said, I think they're a veteran big man away from really being just set.
Yeah. You don't even need a veteran big man. You just need a guy that could spell Cliff for like 10 to 15 minutes a game. And in case Cliff gets in foul trouble, you need someone to come in that could do a serviceable job. That's like a Harar type would have been perfect.
Yeah, Harar.
And you know, Peikel's going to prioritize defense, so it's going to probably be like a shot blocker or like a big body guy in the paint. Let's see. I don't really see a name out there right now that stands out among the rest, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm seeing. What is the actual deal with Seton Hall game?
I'm assuming they're going to play this year. I
told you my theories. I think so. Seton Hall was supposed to be the home team for this last season.
They're going to be the home team.
And Rutgers is supposed to be the home team for this season, this upcoming. Yeah. But I have a feeling Seton Hall is going to fight for that home game, and Rutgers is probably just going to end up giving it to them.
Yep. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I think they're going to go back to Prudential this year. That Seton Hall team's weird this year. They added Jameer Harris, former Jersey guy, and they got the commitment from his younger brother too, and Jaquan Harris, who's really good, but he's still 2022, so he's a year away. They have an interesting. I think Miles Kale returned. They lost Mamu, so that's going to hurt. Is Bryce Aiken returning? I don't even know. Not that he did much for them at all, but talk about an overhyped transfer. No offense, Bryce, but kind of are. Let's see. Looking right now. Shavar Reynolds, I think, left. I think he went to Monmouth, actually, speaking of. Jared Roden returned, I believe. Yeah, they have a weird team. I don't know how they're going to do this year. Mm-hmm. I think Rutgers should be able to beat them.
I thought they should. I thought they could have beaten them this year if ended up.
I think so too. I think Mamu would have caused a little bit of trouble, but I still think they would have beat them. Oh, they have Obiagu down low too. That's what would cause Rutgers some trouble, depending on how Cliff develops. But man, there's a whole like thread on their board. Talk about living rent free. Jeez.
I see Stephen Barr is in the comments. He says, "Hey guys, sounds like good news." It is good. Yeah, it is good
great news, man. Former 4-star. Probably would have been ranked in like the top 100 prospects. It's just that he reclassed like last minute before committing to LSU, so that hurts a little bit when it comes to rankings wise. But it's still a 4-star at the end of the day. So like,
yeah,
heck of a get. He's a guard. Man, they have a 4-page thread on here about Rutgers.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm telling you, rent free.
Definitely interesting.
Let's see. I forgot Ducour transferred to LaSalle. That kind of hurts.
Yeah. I didn't remember he went to LaSalle, but I remember he left.
Let's see.
Cliff needs to see old Raritan puts Cliff needs to live in the gym this offseason and come up with 3 one-on-one moves that are big. Big 10, big, I don't know. score or get fouled and be a double machine. Well, if you follow Cliff on Instagram at like 5 a.m. every single day, he is in the gym.
Yeah, some of his dunks are crazy. He's like a foot in front of the free, not even a foot. I'll go foot. Foot in front of the free throw line and just throwing it down, and then a double ball dunk, like the JaVale McGee type slam dunk contest thing he was doing. I saw that was kind of cool.
Like he might legitimately live in the gym because I see every morning he's there.
Let's see if I can find it real quick. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. Is he in the gym today?
Probably.
He shared the Aundre Hyatt news though. Yeah, nothing about that. But Cliff's gonna develop really nicely. He's gonna put on more muscle, which is huge. I mean, the guy's already pretty big, but can't ever have enough muscle. Let's see. Someone said, is Rutgers going to be able to field a team? Paul, it's on that Seton Hall board. Add a wing and add a 5. Let's see. I just don't know who they add from the 5. They're going to have to add someone.
Yeah, I mean,
we kind of went over this.
Or it'll be Dean.
No, I still think Dean's not ready.
Yeah, I think they're going to add somebody.
They're going to have to add a 5. Someone said, Liam Cass 00 said, how do you feel about Montez going to St. John's? We kind of talked about it a little bit. It's an intriguing fit.
I saw it came down to Clemson and St. John's.
Yeah, that like running gun type offense they run should probably play to his benefit. It's just some of like his 3 balls were just like I don't even know what it is. His shot's just so slow.
Yeah, this is, I guess, our message to St. John's is that at times you will love him. And then at other times, he will make you want to tear your hair out with the amount of times he will just, no matter who's in front of him, he will just attack.
I love that, though.
And how many times of it have we seen him, get stuffed at the rim?
There was times where, like, he would just attack the rim and he would go up for a dunk. And he'd even land some of the big dunks. And then all of a sudden, like, it just seemed like he got scared at one point and just stopped doing it. And I was like, what? Like, show the confidence.
And then at times he'll go 5 for 5 for 3. Yeah. And then other times he'll go, 0 for 15. It's like he's very streaky.
Were you surprised? Will Pendexter said, were you surprised Polycat picked WVU? No, we always mentioned they were like, if you're on the round table, if you're not, actually, let's throw this little, I don't even know what you call it, little commercial.
It's like our forum.
Yeah. Hop on our forum today, free until June. All you got to do is sign up, and I think the code's Rutgers21. I don't even remember, to be honest. That's not good. Yeah.
Towards the end there, we kind of figured he was picking West Virginia. At first, when he seemed to be they had like Zoom calls, it seemed like every other day with Rutgers. I kind of thought that he was going to end up with Rutgers. But as the days turned into weeks, we kind of figured that he was going to West Virginia.
All right. Throw in the little ad. Sign up today. You have free premium access until June 1st on the Roundtable, the Night Report, go-to site for all Rutgers athletics news, recruit scoop, anything you could think of. Sign up today, free to June. Promo code Rutgers601, June 1st. So if you're a student, by the way, we'll give you a free year of premium. Just shoot me an email at TKR, I don't even know what it is, TKRonrivals@gmail.com. If not, DM me on Twitter. I'm on social media more than everyone in the world. Like, I'm really bad with it. I have an addiction to social media.
You're not alone. Don't worry.
Yeah, I think everyone's kind of on that boat. I can't put my phone down at times. It's bad, but whatever. Anyway, the polycap thing, not super shocking because West Virginia was always kind of there. A lot depended on what was going to happen with Culver down over there, and it looks like he entered the NBA like secretly, but didn't tell anybody. I don't know. I'm sure the staff at West Virginia, Bob Huggins and all them all know about it. They made that push in the end, and that kind of was how they landed him. Now, do I think Rutgers got dicked around a little bit? Probably. I mean, 3 Zoom calls with the guy.
Yeah.
No commitment. It's like, at that point, you kind of just tell the kid, like, all right, next. So, and I think that's kind of where Hyatt came involved. He didn't come out of nowhere, but once he entered the portal, you knew Brandon Knight already had a connection with him. You knew Rutgers had a connection with him. He was in their top 3. And I think Seton Hall's full now, so regardless, I don't even know if they showed interest in him. But
I don't know if I saw their name. Like I said before, I think I just saw Texas A&M, Pitt, Georgia.
Yeah, I know Pitt ended up getting someone too. I forget who they got though. They got someone the other day.
Yeah.
Stephen Barr said, "Can you guys give your opinion on how the coaching staff handled the last 5 minutes of the Houston game?" We got to keep reliving this, I guess, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't pretty. I probably would have just let the guys play their game. I probably wouldn't have played like that. You kind of played not to win, or played not to lose, but not to win. So I don't know. That was a tough one. You had such a lead. Like there's just no reason to play like that kind of basketball. I think you should have just played your game. Like let Gio do his thing, let everyone do their thing, run that motion offense that they always run, and I don't know. That's all I got from that.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's something we're gonna probably have to relive forever now, but it's just they really played it like a team that just isn't used to being there. Yeah. And Houston, as we know, I mean, Houston has been there. So Rutgers really just stopped kind of playing their game the last 5 minutes. Like they were the better team, I thought, for those first 35 minutes. But those last 5 minutes, Rutgers just started just going ISO, and they would just take the shot because they just wanted to kill the clock and basically sneak out of there with the win. So they just played ISO ball, it was just one and done ball, which is just not their game. We could see it all season. That's just not their game. And it just, came back and bit them in the end. And that's sometimes what happens to a team that's, not exactly experienced with that kind of moment. But the hope, I guess, for Rutgers is that they can kind of be Houston. Because if you remember a couple years ago, Houston was, lost on that buzzer beater to Michigan. And, they obviously they survived that. And just years later in the Final Four. So that's kind of, Rutgers is kind of looking, I guess, be the new Houston now.
Yeah, that was a brutal game, and then after I guess after that 5 minute mark, there was such a sequence of events where like I think Miles Johnson missed the alley-oop dunk.
Yeah,
Gio fouled, and of course the kid hit it for an and-1. And I said it to my buddy the minute what was that kid's name that got hurt?
I
can't remember it.
Yeah,
but he got hurt, and I was like,
Dejan Jarrah.
Yeah. The minute he got hurt, and I was just like, I looked at my buddy who was watching the game with me, and I was like, there's your storyline. I guarantee he's going to come back, and he's going to play well, and then all of a sudden it's going to be like, oh, he won the game for him. Like,
yeah, you could see they played like a different team with him on the court. Even with him basically limping up and down the court, they just looked so much more confident and just so much more competent with him on the floor.
Very, very good player. But I guess on that note, we're almost pushing an hour already. I didn't expect to go this long, but I guess we'll end it. As always, guys, if you ever have a question, anything, shoot me a DM. Stop telling me that Pikel peaked because I'm getting pissed off about it. I got about like 10 of them in my DMs. Pikel plateaued, Pikel peaked, and then he went.
Listen, guys, if you want to DM Richie anything, just DM him that the Nets suck.
Thanks. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. First seed in the East. Let's just put it like that. Craig doesn't know what he's talking about. I don't even know why we have you on here.
Yeah. Now you guys care about the standings. Now it's your first. But if you fall back to second, it'll be, well, I guess KD's taking the week off again.
What the group chat say before between me, you, and Chris?
What?
Let's go double check and see what it said real quick. Screw you, Craig. Oh, all right. That's it. All right. That's it. That's all we got. Peace out. Talk to you guys soon. See you on the message boards. If you're not on it, sign up now, free. If you're a student, email me, tkronrivals@gmail.com. Free year for all students because I'm an alum and I love giving back to the Scarlet Knights. I don't know.